Hello friends, to the front of you I have sitting here again for making out of any way for rectifying of English speaking. Because while speaking many people's in comments meant they are muddled. And why the people they exactly muddle of any point for speaking of any kinds of the thing frequently about that points today I will discuss in this video. So once I am requesting to you my old friend, you must watch this video content as far as that video concept that will be exactly magnified by me, that you keep on watching, and exactly you keep on getting lots and lots a strategy, you keep on getting lots and lots way for reforming of our English speaking part. Because many friends, so they face some different kinds of the problem while speaking. If some of the friends who has not lots of what create they don't have lots of experience while speaking, then that just they start to commute, they start to exactly haggle. They all friends start to feel themselves that means I am not able to speak more and more further. Like that matter, it start to come in most of the friends' mind. Why it comes about of that I will take in this video. Even I have told in my previous video about of that previous video. You must watch closely. After watching of that, you will have to care, and if you go to care, really one day or speaking will be dashing, and while speaking, really it will not come to any error point on our tongue, whether in our mind. If you will be able to follow that, then same points exactly I am going to tell you in this video, which is some more advanced point from that previous video, that point about I am going to share here. Yes, friend, when you start to speak of any kinds of the matter, at that moment exactly our mind for some time it is not concentrated. Reason, do you know that? Why our minds, why all of you thinking process that is not concentrated instantly inside of our mind, instantly in our brain about that points all of you are knowing. I think you are knowing, but you are not fleeing to yourself. That means how can I expose of that kind of the experience instantly the front of anyone? About that points I'm going to tell to you. You used to watch of any what English speakers video, who uses to watch English speaker video in daily life. I'm telling to you, really those students or those friends, so English, so maybe having to very excellent, maybe having to very dashing, and the friends who may not be watching of that or any English speaker video, and if they are wanting to speak of any kinds of the matter for some time, in the mind of that person it will come of any what hustle, it will come of any what tussle, it will come of any what haggling points while speaking. And who uses to watch that video, the really in the tongue of that person it may not have come of any kinds of the what muddling point, any error point, any erratum points. That's why I'm telling you, you used to watch of any great English speaker who is very fluent speaker, and who is speaking exactly like of impactful, just that you absorb, and after assimilating of that points exactly inside of the mind, even you exactly contrive for speaking to each another. If you will endeavor like of another person speaking, just you will be able to speak bluntly. And if you're not parody of any person's peril which they speak of any kinds of the matter, then really that kinds of the point that will not acquire in your mind. So I'm telling to you, please take care of that content which is spoken by someone else. About that content, even you get after getting that, confidently try to talk, means how fast can you speak and how fast can't you speak. About that, you all friends will have to conjecture after speaking. If you are feeling to yourself that very comfortable for talking, then you understand to yourself, you won't have any problem for talking to any kinds of the meter incitings anywhere where the front of in anyone's, even you will not get of any what nuisance in talking. And some more point you will have to care about of any speaking points. When you are fumbling of any kinds of the points while speaking, at that times exactly will have to care of that. Means whatever points just I am going to get that point about I am getting exactly like of in crummy way whether in poor way about of that. First of all you will have to think before getting of that kinds of the thing. Means what points about you will get about of that point about. First you think, after that you get, then it will give up you what improvement. And if without thinking of any concept you started to discuss on and on, then for some time exactly uh, you will feel to like of some haggling. And if you will be speaking continually of that kinds of the point, then really even that points it will be very easiest for you for talking consistently. That's why I'm telling you, friend, you exactly every day you watch some a specific part of English speaking. And even I'm wanting to tell to my all friends, if any story you are knowing that story about, you exactly think, and after thinking that you exactly see to telling. Means I am able to tell of any kinds of the story exactly bluntly, I am able to speak of any kinds of the story forthrightly or not. About that you will have to recount. If you will be able to exactly recount of that kinds of the point, then that all kinds of the story sentences it will be exactly assimilated in all of your mind. And if you not contrive for invoking of any kinds of the sentences from the part of any story, then really that all sentences it will not come spontaneously in all of your mind, and you will not be able to speak exactly like of simultaneously of that kinds of the sentences. Whatever you will want to speak disposing about of that points, it will not come instant in our mind. I think which point about I have told of you about of that for reforming you may have understood definitely. I'm going to tell you more any other part of the points of which I'm talking about of a story. Yes, suppose that you start to think from basic story which you are knowing to very well. If you will not know to deep point about of any story, and if you will endeavor for exposing of that story sentences, then that all parts of that story sentences really it will not be gleaned inside of our mind for speaking. Because while speaking we have to prepare many kinds of the points. First of all we have to prepare of the sentences. Means which kinds of the sentences or how like sentences I have to anyone about that. First of all we have to think, after that we have to speak. Like this situation it comes or not. If like this situations it comes to you, then I am telling to you, you exactly afford of that kinds of the situations with deep thinking. And after that you exactly speak bluntly. And after speaking that you will have to find out of error. Means where am I mistaking and where am I muddling, where am I taking of any hustle while speaking. About of that you will have to seek out. If that problem will be exactly appeared to you, then you know to yourself your speaking has been exactly rectified without any hustle. And one thing more I am telling you, suppose that I have to tell the story about of any rabbit and tortoise turtle. Rabbit and turtle story, I think many of the friends may be knowing. It is very important story. It is giving to any educational points for all of us for right understanding. Means the person who thinks themselves like of any what arrogant, the people should not feel proud on their education or on their power, on their force. If you are feeling to yourself that means I have lots of power, then it is your wrong thinking for some time. Because all time our power it is not like of workables. Sometimes our work and our power, our wise exactly it is useful, but sometimes also it is made exactly like of karami. If we feel to ourselves very proud, then that is exactly that is exactly gone like of very destroying point. So this story it is telling to all of us. Means there are two uh, animals. One is here turtle, and second is here what, rabbit. Rabbit is coming exactly in our animals group, and turtle it is coming exactly in our any insect group. But I am going to tell to you about of this, please you take care. But one day just a rabbit visits to turtle, and rabbit just challenge to turtle, I would like to take a competition with you. But turtle just heard the matter of that rabbit, and just turtle says to that rabbit, which kinds of the competition about are you talking, my dear rabbit? Bro, please you tell me. Just Rabbit is telling today I am wanting to keep a competition of running. When that rabbit said that means I am wanting to keep a competition of that running, then tortoise just say to that rabbit, bro, I am unable to run just like of you, so I don't want to take competition with you. But the rabbit said that, my God, how much are you doodle? How much are you lazy? How much you are seeker? Actually, you should see offer power. You should see offer what energy. How much energy it is in our body. About that exactly you will have to find out. You should find out like that meter. It is being told by that rabbit the front of the tortoise. When that rabbit exactly encouraged of that tortoise for taking of that competition of the running, then lastly that tortoise exactly is made ready, and even he says the front of that rabbit, okay bro, if you are telling to me for taking of that running competition, I will take. After that just rabbit, why he was telling of that kinds of a matter of that tortoise, do you know? Because he had very much proud on himself, means I have so much I have so much skills, I have so much what activities for running. That's why he was giving of this kinds of the challenge of that turtle. And when turtle became ready, then just that rabbit said, tomorrow you will have to come exactly where one running uh, point. After that, just they both means rabbit and tortoise both reached one that running point, and tortoise just said, when I will count 1 2 3, then you have to start to run. After that, just rabbit started to tell 1 2 3, but both tortoise and that rabbit both started to run from that running point, and they both had to go one that ending point, means where it was the ending point of that competition. But rabbit exactly he was going in very fast motion. He was feeling to himself that means I will be gone very instant. But when he went some distance to running to very fast, then he exactly turned off his neck in the way of back, and he started to look of that tortoise is coming or not. But when he looked in the backside, then tortoise did not look of that turtle coming. Then he thought himself that I think he has thrown away in very back distance. It will take a very longer time in coming of that tortoise, so I should take rest under of any tree. Then just he looked of any tree in that running point, and he went under of that tree, and he sat there. After sitting there, just he started to feel to himself that I should take rest little bit. After while taking rest, there is telling of you means while taking rest, just he is slept. When that tortoise that rabbit slept, then he slept exactly in very deep dodge. When he slept in deep dodge, then he kept on sleeping till longer time, till then that turtle came just in that point where that rabbit was sleeping. That just turtle's some of that rabbit is still sleeping. I should not give up any voice for waking up that rabbit. And without giving up any voice, without having any voice, just that turtle came out from that place, and he reached slowly where on that ending point of that competitions. When he went by degree on that ending point, then tortoise felt to himself that yes, I have reached one that ending point. Till then, till then, till then, that rabbit had not awakened. But when that tortoise reached one that ending point, after some time, rabbit awoke and he looked around, and when he looked here and there, then he looked the time exactly was that descended. When he looked up, that means this time has been exactly descended. Then he felt to himself that my God, that tortoise went away or not. He started to think like that matter, and without looking any direction, he started to run. And when he started to run, and when he went on that ending point, then he is looking before reaching of that rabbit, that tortoise has reached and at that time rabbit exactly felt very sadness. He felt very resentful on himself, thinking that means for some time I had been so much proud. On account of that, I got this kinds of the outcome in my competition. So at that time, he felt really very bad, and he knew that time actually no any people, rather no any creature should feel any prouding. If you are feeling of any prouding, really you will become in very uh, fatal problem. You will become exactly in very big circumstance. That matter, that rabbit knew that day, and also that tortoise advised of that rabbit. Pero really, no any creature should feel of any what prouding. If you are feeling of any proud, then really it is the way of destroying life. Just this story it is giving like this education, just like that I am wanting to advise you all my friends. If you are playing to yourself that I have lots of skills, I have lots of knowledge, I am like of a scholar, like that matter, if it is going in any of the friends mind, it is your wrong thinking. You do never think such kinds of the negative matter, such kinds of the what grammy matter. You do not think of this dead kinds of the point. You do not think like this dead duck point in life. You will, if you think such kinds of the matter, really our life will be collapsed, or life will be exactly devastated, and you will not be able to get of any enhancement in your life if you will keep like this thinking for our lifetime. Then which story I have told to you about of this tortoise and that rabbit, I think you definitely may have been understood. If you may have been understood, then I am telling to you, if you are good speaker of English and if you are playing to yourself, I have lots of skills, I have not of any suspense, I have not of any diffident in speaking. I am telling to you from today, stop thinking that kinds of the matter, because more bigger than us there are many scholars, there are so many what in influential, there are so many great speaker. We should not think like that matter. Okay, then if you may have liked that video, then please you like, subscribe and share. For till then, bye bye, thank you.